Shabbat shalom, everybody. Good Shabbos. So, I was gone last week. I missed you too. I really did. So services last week were outside at the Beit Knesset. The camp has an outdoor sanctuary, which is beautiful. It's got beautiful rolling hill, center of Texas stuff. It's just really beautiful, and it's still the same sanctuary that I remembered in the 70s. Watch the sun go down while we're doing services. They did one of the longest services I can remember, because they would sing some songs, and then they had speeches from the people they were honoring. They were honoring this group that was called the Chai something group, and people who contributed in many ways to the camp. And every person told their favorite memories of camp or something like that. So everybody got to talk. There were too many people. It was more than 10, I can tell you that. And it was a long service, but it was beautiful. It was peaceful. Except, here we are. We just renovated our sanctuary, so we think about things. I don't know how you feel about the carpet. I don't know how you feel about the brown carpet, or how that it's plush or not plush or whatever. It's comfortable, right? So we almost had the tile coming down the center. We thought that might be bad, that might be slippery, so we went to this. But anyway, in their wisdom, many, many, many years ago, they put like river rocks as their flooring. And so I sat behind these little kids, a little bit older than Max, obviously, a little older than Billy, obviously, but they were sitting and like shuffling into the stones and shuffling in the stones and shuffling. And then one kid started doing this soccer thing where he would dig his toe into the stones, put a stone on his foot, bunk, and blink. I was sure that he was going to knock out one of the song leaders. He eventually got it on top of a table that's right in front. And there's nobody there doing this. There should be counselors. There should be staff. There's all these people who. Last time it was a long time. I didn't think it was my place. But guess what I did? I snuck up to the front row and sat next to these little boys. And they all looked at me, and they all started scrambling around to not sit next to me and things. And I handed them a booklet. I said, well, you don't have a service. Here, you want to share with me? And they just didn't know what to do themselves. But I got them to stop kicking. Lionel. I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know that. Did you hear? He said Shirley gave the invocation when they broke ground there. That was 1976. She raised $50,000. I didn't know that. If I had gone, I got to go back to the 60th now so I can, more yeches. This is good. That's really cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I did see a lot of people from the Tyler community. A lot of people from Wake. A lot of people I hadn't seen. The hardest part for me was that it was awesome. It was really awesome. I was a song leader back then. So as a song leader, you're like a rock star. Everybody sees you all day long. I'm leading the blessings for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had songs after every single meal. I led every single service. I did all of this, and they loved me. I had a lot of fun with them, and I was cute and 18 and 19 and 20 in those days. And so they made a room. It was like the Lefkowitz Hall. They call it the Moadon, the big hall. And around the edge, they had tables, and they had memorabilia from each decade. So you have to know, first you walk in and you register, and each decade had a different color necktie around your ID. And for some reason, they put people's names this big, so you can't really see who they are from the ID, which is a pain in the neck. But you knew to look for. We had maroon. We called it Aggie maroon. I was in Texas, you have to understand. We had Aggie maroon as our lanyards from the 70s. And so if you see somebody with a lanyard that's maroon, then you'd say, oh, did I know you? If they were there in the 70s, there's a really good chance they knew me, because the camp started in 76, and I wasn't there 76 or 77, but very few people were there only those years. Most people were there at least to 78, and I was there 78, 79, and then 80. So most people knew who I was. But I'm standing there looking at all these pictures from the 70s, and there's a guy standing next to me who was on staff with me, and we had already done our, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you, what are you doing? We already did that. And there's a woman in her 40s standing next to him, and she's looking at pictures. She said, Jana, whatever happened with Jana? And he looks at her and he looks at me and he says, she's standing right here. Oh my gosh, you taught me how to play guitar and blah, blah, blah. And there were a lot of these 40-year-olds who remembered me from, but they were like 8 or 9. I wished my kids had invented this morphing software for my brain to try to morph them younger so I knew what they looked like at 8 or 9. So I learned that if I stand at that table and I say, well, which one were you? Oh yeah, I remember you, even if I didn't remember them, because I knew everybody. The camp was so small. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. The camp is in Bruceville, Texas, Eddy, Texas, between Temple and Waco, those 2 towns. When we had a night off, Temple was closer, we'd go to Temple, which was a little depressing. But for a lot of reasons, it was depressing. But I always got a giggle. I know, I was 18. Lots of things those days made me giggle. We'd get a giggle when we drive past the hospital and it would say emergency services in Temple. I just thought that was funny. I don't know. But there was a Mr. Gaddy's there, and I didn't know. You had a what? An elder hostel at Green Family Camp. They did a lot of wonderful things. Anyway, so it was awesome. In the past few weeks, and I'm going to talk more about this later, because it has to do, believe it or not, with what we do this Shabbat. But you know that in the past few weeks, I went to Jacob's camp, and I saw first session kids, and we had a great time. I stayed just for lunch, you know that, because they see me before, I sneak up, I surprise them, they see me before lunch, they're gathering for lunch, literally run into my arms, big jump, hey Rabbi, are you having a good time? Yes, it's so much fun. What's your favorite thing? Oh, I did the blob, or whatever it is. That's what Billy did. Billy did the blob twice the other day. And so Helene and Bill have a grandchild who's at camp this year. That's just blows my mind too. But so anyway, so they tell me what their favorite thing is. They show me, that they've got poison ivy or something, and we do that. And then we have lunch. I come and visit each one at lunch and talk to them again individually for a second. They introduce me to their best friends. We have a picture at the end, and then I escape before they remember, oh, I hate it here. Please tell my parents to take me home. So we don't do it that way. So anyway, we come back. I did Jacob's camp, and then I had a funeral in Monroe, and then I had IS jail in Jackson, and then I went to Green Family Camp in Texas, and then Tuesday I came back and I went back to Jacob's because there's another session. That's when I saw Billy. So, and all of our kids, and they're all having a wonderful time. The first session, some of the older girls missed their parents, but the second session, nobody was missing their parents at all, and it was they were really having a wonderful time, and it's so wonderful to see that. But one of the things that we do, so I need to do 2 things with you before we even start Shabbat. Take a deep breath. Try again. And one of the ways that we did things at camp is we would start everything with a song. So even before we're going to be lighting candles. We just started the month of Av today. And the month of Av, the first 3 weeks are some of the saddest, or the first 2 weeks are some of the saddest times in Jewish history. We are leading up to Tisha B'Av, which is the ninth day of Av, which is the saddest day on the Jewish calendar. It's the day when the worst tragedies have occurred. And so about 2 weeks ago, we had, for some people, we'll do a fast because it was the day that the walls in Jerusalem were breached, and it was the beginning of the end in the year 70 of the Common Era. The temple was destroyed, and Judaism has never been the same. And in some ways, we're okay with that because we like what we do in Shreveport. That's fine. But it was still a devastating time in Jewish history. So sometimes it's a little bit a sad time to think about things. And because I need to wind down, I wanted to start with this song. There are words to this song, and the words are Ya Ba Bim Bam. And if you bim when you think you should bomb, or bomb when you think you should bim, that's okay. And it goes like this. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba bam, and then it goes to the high part. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba bam. And it feels good when everybody's singing it together. So I'm going to keep singing it until everybody's singing it. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba bam. That's a really feel-good kind of a song. It may be slow. It starts off a mood, but it's a really good feel-good kind of song. I like that one. That one takes me through a lot of experiences, a lot of journeys. So, during the summer months, we often join together and light the candles and say the wine together as if we were home. If we were at home, we would be doing this all together. Also, if you came to my house, everybody does this together. We're going to turn to page 82. When you turn to page 82, please rise. And we read together. These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past, and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat with you. We now turn to page 165. I'm going to do this one in Hebrew, but you can do it in English if you want the English. Say it on page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshcha be'ahava uv'ratzon hinchatanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. You may be seated. Say Shabbat Shalom to somebody you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom to somebody you did come in with. Shabbat Shalom. Make sure everybody gets a Shabbat Shalom, at least one or two. And then we turn back to page 83. There are days when we seek material things and measure failure by what we do not own.
On Shabbat, we wish not to acquire, but to share.
There are days when we exploit nature with reckless greed.
On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation.
There are days when we think only of ourselves.
On Shabbat, we open our hearts to the needs of others.
Therefore, we welcome Shabbat.
Day of rest, day of joy, day of peace.
We welcome the angels that accompany us on Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lechem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedechem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
The synagogue is the sanctuary of Israel. Born of our longing for the living God, it has been to Israel throughout our wanderings a visible token of the presence of God in our people's midst. Its beauty is the beauty of holiness. Steadfast it has stood as the champion of justice, mercy, and peace.
Is that truth? Love is a love for all people. God is the God of all people. As it has been said, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people.
Let all the family of Israel, all who hunger for righteousness, all who seek the eternal, find God here, and here find life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh.
B'chayechon
uvyomechon uv'chayed chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, ve'meru, amen. Yehesh merabba mevarach, le'alam le'al me'almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpahar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yit'alal, shemeh dekudesha, brichu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'yemeru, amen. Baruch hu et Adonai, hamevorach, Baruch Adonai, hamevorach, le'olam va'ed. Oh God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, yet you are farther than the farthermost star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you." Even so does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the joys and sorrows of life. When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when to the last full measure of selfless devotion we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we through righteousness behold your presence. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else.
We are Israel. Our prophets proclaimed an exalted vision for the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land. Desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you, God our Redeemer, as did our ancestors on the shores of the Red Sea.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei ayam לפני משה זלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, and bless us with rest. And let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment and rest. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. We give thanks for the night and its rest, and the promise of peace for all the world. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 93. Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומשיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. God of all generations, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Your wondrous creative power fills heaven and earth.
God of life and death, be praised. Through us send help to the falling, healing to the sick, freedom to the captive. Confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust.
Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth, we hallow your name. As it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy.
God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us through Sabbath rest to explore and learn and impart the meanings of your Torah. Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days.
God, who answers prayer, be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God.
Source of life and its wonders, be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness, you are compassion. We give thanks to you forever.
God of peace, of justice, and of love, be praised. Inspire us to banish forever hatred, war, and bloodshed. Help us to establish forever one human family united in peace. God of peace, bless us with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Beitov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
If you came here to talk to God, now is a good time to do that. Take a moment for silent prayer. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you. Be acceptable to you.
Adonai Tzuri,
God my rock,
Tzuri ve'goali,
my rock and my redeemer.
Adonai Tzuri,
God my rock
ve'goali,
and redeemer. Amen. At this time in our service, our prayers and our thoughts turn to those who are ill or recuperating as we turn to the inside back cover of the prayer book. We are starting a new old tradition. I'm going to invite you to call out names that you would like us to be blessing, saying prayers for, but I will not be calling out names on my list at this point. I will have my list here, and I will hold them in my hearts. If anyone would like to have prayers said for someone who's ill or recuperating, please call those names out.
Artist Robertson and Sister Mary Jo.
For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts, not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain.
We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them.
Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And especially after that tragedy that occurred just this week. Misheberach avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they have been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. So, I talked to you a little bit about my travels, and the Torah portion this week talks about travels. It's the end of the book of Numbers. We are right on the verge of entering into the promised land. And so at this point, we stop and we look back at all the places that we've been along the way. And they mentioned, how many places did they mention? Anybody know how many different places? What? 42. Good. You're from the stereo. This is his voice coming from the back. And why is 42 significant? Come on. So last year, I think I was gone during the Shabbat where the V'ahavta is read. And the boys, my sons, led the Torah study for that. And they discovered that a few things. The V'ahavta has 42 words in it. And why is that significant? There are a lot of reasons that 42 is a significant word, and one of them is that in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it says that 42 is the secret of the universe. So, I don't know that that's really what happened here, but there are 42 places that we stop at, and it mentions them as names. So it makes me think about journeys. I'm looking around at a lot of people here who have traveled. And when you travel, what do you take back with you? What is it that you think about? When you come back and you tell the story, do you say, I saw these places along the way? Do you talk about like the restaurants you ate at? Do you think about the people that you met, the sights that you saw? I remember that before I went to Israel, and the first time I went to Israel was for a year. And I knew I didn't want to go like for 2 weeks. This is how I described it. I didn't want to do one of those trips where you go for 2 weeks and you don't see the country until you come back. And in those days, we used to say, develop the pictures. I didn't want to wait for then. I wanted to experience Israel. I wanted to actually be there. I wanted to stay there long enough so I knew something of Israel. So how do you experience travel? And when you think about those places that you've been. So the rabbis teach that this was not just places, but every step along the way represented a spiritual journey. So if you think about your travels as a spiritual journey, and you go back over that itinerary I told you about, so first I went to Jacob's. What was the spiritual journey that I took there? And then I went to Monroe for a funeral, and Jackson, and Jacob's, and Green Family Camp. What was the spiritual journey that I took? And sometimes Helene may remember that one time she and I drove to Jackson in what was my brand new Fit. It was a 2010. And all of a sudden, this cloud started coming out of the air conditioner. And we wound up having to stop. I missed part of the session, the seminars, because I went to the Honda dealer and I said, what's going on? And they said, well, it's getting too cold. My air conditioner was getting too cold. And I had to wait until it would defrost before I could get air conditioning again. Well, on my way to Bruceville, there's this part that's right underneath the windshield that kind of is aerodynamic cover for the windshield wipers, and it's got the housing for the squirty things. I'm driving, and I'm being happy, and I'm eating my jelly beans because I eat Jelly Bellies while I drive on these trips. And all of a sudden, I thought that this piece of truck tire whipped up into my face. I land in Bruceville, and I find out that this whole strip of my car fell off and went flying. And so when I went to Jacob's a couple days later, I took my good old 2010 car, and it did the same thing. So I'm driving, and the trip was every 45 minutes we would have to turn off the air conditioning for at least 10 minutes, and then we'd have it again. And it was really hot. And so when you tell stories about your journey, sometimes the journey has awful parts to it, like very, very hot ride, or obviously much worse. And we wonder about those bad parts of our journey. And so the rabbis, when they talk about the spiritual journey, try to hope that even when other parts of your journey is terrible, hopefully there was something that your spirit gained, that there was some spiritual awareness or spiritual learning. And I'm going to suggest too that as you travel in your journeys, you think about not just the memories that you take with you, but what do you leave as you take your journey, as you make your journey. So I go to Jacob's and there's lots of hugs, and there are things that I say and things that I do, and I hope that that leaves an impression on the kids too. I want them to know that we think it's important that they're going to camp. They're having a good time without me doing that, but it meant something to them that their rabbi was there, and it meant something to their friends that, ooh, cool, their rabbi is coming and visiting, and that it was an important thing. And I hope that as you journey through life, you're not just taking pictures and looking at them after the fact, but you are taking something of the spiritual journey. You're aware of the spiritual journey. You're enjoying the restaurants along the way and all those other things that are good, but that there's some kind of contact that you made. There's something that you left also, that because you made that journey, there was an impact made. I was going to try really hard to come up with a good line about, like we just did with this flyby of Pluto, something about how the journey it's an important thing. We say that thing during Yizkor services and sometimes during funerals where we talk about how this is a sacred journey, the path that we're on right now in life. And I hope that as you're traveling, even if it's not that far, even if it's just from here to there, that you realize that the journey is not just about how to get from point A to point B, but it's what you gain and what you give along the way. So I think that our president is journeying right now, so our vice president gets to come up and tell us something about what's going on in this world. And I may have to fill in the blanks a little bit on some of this. But
Shabbat Shalom. We will be showing a movie after services in Oneg Shabbat tonight. Our film tonight will be The Jewish Cardinal. We serve pizza and popcorn and pop. Donations are accepted, but not during Shabbat.
And may I interject for a second? I'm sorry, we didn't write this in there. It is in French with English subtitles, so if you were planning to stay, you need to know that.
So the description, The Jewish Cardinal tells the amazing true story of Jean-Marie Lustiger, the son of Polish Jewish immigrants, who maintained his cultural identity as a Jew even after converting to Catholicism at a young age and later joining the priesthood. Quickly rising within the ranks of the church, Lustiger was appointed Archbishop of Paris by Pope Jean Paul II and found a new platform to celebrate his dual identity as a Catholic Jew, earning him both friends and enemies from either group. When Carmelite nuns settled down to build a convent within the cursed walls of Auschwitz, Lustiger finds himself a mediator between the two communities and may be forced at last to choose his side. Next Friday, July 24th, the movie will be O Jerusalem, and the last movie for the last week in July is O God. Rabbi Jana's adult education classes will meet again on July 22nd when we will continue Lesson 5 of the beginning Hebrew class at 5:30 p.m. and Basic Judaism discussion class at 6:30 p.m. The Basic Judaism class topic will change each week. In our next class, we will be talking about holiday traditions. You don't have to attend all classes to join us. If you can't make it to the class, you can watch live stream or YouTube. You may notice that some of the playground equipment has been taken down. It has become unsafe. We are planning to get new equipment. We would appreciate your contributions to help make a new fun and safe play area for our children. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for pulpit flowers in loving memory of Norman DeLynn by Debbie, Sandra Eileen Goldberg by Jackie and Mel Gold, Colin, Scott, and Eric. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good. I'm not 100% sure that we're going to show O Jerusalem next week. watch for announcements about maybe changing that. I don't know. We had a whole bunch of movies that we wanted to show, and I tried to pick a few. So if you know that there's one that you want to see, let me know, but I don't know about that one. Anyway, we now turn in our prayer books to page 148. I would like to invite Mark and Ro up to please open the ark, honor us with that. There are a lot of people here with birthdays in July, and I'm trying to figure out who I get to honor for that, for this one. I need Max to come up, though, and help me, because we have 2 arks up here. Would you please come up and help? Because I've got to open up 2. Would everyone please rise? I'll show you what I need you to do. Do you remember this ark? I love your shoes, by the way, Max. All right. Open. And then Max, come in and open these doors down here for me, too. We got to open those. Ah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to grab one, you can. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך hu. I love those Torahs because they're bounceable. And we continue in the middle of page 149 when we say, V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. When the arks are closed, you may be seated. We'll put that one away. Good job. Wait, plop it again. Try again. It bounces. I told you, these Torahs are very bouncy. Need to come out of there. And we close these ark doors. Thank you. And you may be seated. Thank you. And thank you. Careful. Good. We continue on page 150, and I wanted to let you know that some of you may remember Doris Maritsky Fichtenbaum. She passed away this week. Her funeral was this morning. She was 85. Some of you may remember Doris Maritsky. She did for a while. But I think the family was from Homer, and they would come here occasionally. I see you there. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Page 153. In nature's ebb and flow, your eternal law abides. As you are our support in the struggles of life, so also are you our hope in death. In your care, O God, are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Your power gives us strength. Your love comforts us. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts. Fill us with trust in you, and turn us again to the tasks of life. And may the memory of our loved ones inspire us to continue their work for the coming of your sovereign rule. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us. As we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. We remember Paul D. Abramson Sr., Robert Baskowitz, Regina Bronig, M. Leslie Cruvant, Norman DeLynn, Tootsie Gam, Sandra Eileen Goldberg, Ivan Louis Lusberg, Anna Kess Mantenban, Rosa Morris, Joe M. Murov, Sylvia Muslow, Fane Phelps, Max Rosenblum, Wilhelmina Sauer, Dave Spitzer, and Louis Weiss. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chai echon u'v'yom echon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'alev v'yithalal shemeh d'kudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. We started with a song. Let's take that one out again. Because that's a good one to have with you. Trust me. You sing that one, it's a good one to have. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bum. I am going to ask the Bronigs, because there's another birthday and Max is here and it's so cool. I'm going to ask you to come up and help me with the motzi. Would you do that, please? Hold on to the bottom, face the other way. Everybody hold on this way. And birthday boy, too. And the birthday girl. We missed you for your birthday, so I'm glad we're getting to celebrate. And, ready?
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rising song together. As our joyful prayer is said, Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
B'tei Amen. B'tei avon. That is just awesome. That is like the definition of quelling. Did you see their faces while he was doing that? That was awesome. You need some Yiddish. That's the it for you for today. How cool is that? Please rise for the closing benediction, although I don't want to follow that. It's just pretty cool all by itself. Oh, that's really good. Bring him more often. We like that. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace and challah and wonderful times. Shabbat shalom. Great travels. A peace and challah, peace of challah. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba ba ya ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ya ba. It even feels good to say ba ba. In which language? What language would you like it in?